Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snackbar. It's time for some MLB 16, the show with Ajax Booker. As you can see, this is a momentous episode because it will be the first episode of Ajax Booker in the major leagues. And I'm very, very excited for this because this has been a long time coming. I am a little nervous about what's going to happen too, because obviously there's such a big difference in the skill set of the opposing players when you're in the minor leagues versus the majors. What's happened historically too is I'll start off really good in the majors, and then I'll get into a pretty big slump, go into a cold streak, and just kind of hover there for a while. And obviously that's not too fun. I mean, that happened with Lou Gehrig, and now that I think about it too, it happened even with MLB 2K, like back in the Timmy Timmons days and all that. But anyway, starting at shortstop, which will be good. That was actually, one of the things I was most excited about when I got picked up by the Nationals is I looked at the shortstop position, and I'm playing for a pretty good team, and they do need some help at shortstop. That was among one of their weaker positions in the majors. So hopefully I'll be able to have an immediate impact. The speed and the contact hitting that I bring to the team, I think will do a lot of good. And depending where I bat in the lineup too, this could get pretty exciting because I could be hitting right in front of Bryce Harper. And if that's the case, well, I'll be advancing along the base paths pretty quickly and getting a lot of runs out of it too, because I'll be able to get in a scoring position with no problem at all. You should be able to hit me home. Anyway, you can look at that. 29-26 is our record. We'll be facing the Cincinnati Reds in this game. Maybe a little difficult to determine who you're watching here since both teams are wearing their alternate red uniforms. But the only difference is I'll be wearing the gray pants and Cincinnati will be wearing their white. All right. I'm excited. Let's get to this. All right. First at bat here for Ajax Booker.
Ball inside.
All right. Whew. That wasn't anything too crazy. I'm like anxious right now. Like, I want to be able to get a base hit here, but I also want to play smart and don't want to embarrass myself starting off. All right, got the first strike out of the way, so now I've got the green light to be able to swing at the rest of these pitches. I want them to be able to go through a number of pitches here. If I can work the count, I'm all about it. Ooh, a little late on it, but it's going to stay fair. That is the first base hit. I'm going to round first, head over to second. My first extra base hit is what that will turn into for Ajax Booker. I guess that's not bad to start off my first career major league hit. I can't remember what year it was, but I think I had one year where my first major league career hit was a home run. That was pretty cool. Anyway, yes, that is a baseball that Ajax is going to want to have for the rest of his life. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, it's time to see if we can get some other firsts here too. Now, having been promoted to the major league level, a lot of the tendencies have been reset for what the computer looks for. So I don't know if they're going to be just throwing at me a ton or if they're going to let me take larger leads to advance on to the next base. Oh, yep. Nope. Oh, that was close. Yeah, he's going for me. Again.
Safe.
All right, I think they know what I can do. Maybe stuff didn't reset. Maybe the computer knows exactly what I'm going to do. But you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to make him pay. I'm safe at third, so there is the first stolen base for Ajax Booker. My ultimate goal is to be able to break the single season stolen base record, and I hope I can do that. If I keep stealing bases like that, that shouldn't be a problem. All right, 2 outs now with the 1-1 count, still at third. And that one's going to be hit pretty close to where I hit mine earlier there in right field, and I'll end up coming home for the run. He'll be out, but that's okay. The run counts anyway. And there's the first run for Ajax Booker. Like I said, we're getting a lot of firsts right here, and fortunately it's happening at the first at-bat too. So maybe we'll see the first fielding situation for Ajax Booker as Brandon Phillips comes up to the plate. See what I mean? It's really tough to be able to tell who's who. I was like, oh, wait, no. That's me because I'm wearing the red uniform. Yep. Nope. It's Brandon Phillips. All right, so not too much should change right here. It just may make it so that way that I don't have as much room for error when I'm, throwing and stuff like that. We'll see. Trying to go for the double play. Nice, and I got it. So smart call on my part. But thought it would be a little risky trying to get over to second. But it turned out to be the right call. All right, here's Ajax Booker. Still 1-0 here in the top of the fourth. The sole run, of course, coming from Ajax. Now, a lot of stuff has been somewhat low. All right, right on the edge for strike one. Go a little lower here. Gosh, that was embarrassing. You got to have those every once in a while just to kind of keep you on your toes and keep you honest with all the stuff you're swinging at. All right, I got to make up for it. Gosh, but the way that slider comes in, that's so tough to be able to see. I've messed around with some of the camera angles and stuff like that in the game, and I still find this one to be the best. I like being able to see most of the field and stuff. Yeah, I got to lay off that one too.
Ball inside.
Those sliders are nasty. I don't know if it's just because Finnegan's sliders are that good, or if it's because I'm at the majors or what. But I feel like I have to make up for such a bad swing earlier, which is why I'm going with Showtime right here. Here we go. This will be a good one for me to swing at. Deep in the left field. It'll be caught. I don't have that great of power, so I'm not too surprised that that's going to end up pretty shy of the stands or anything like that. 2-1 is the score, though. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Going to go to first with this one. Except I'm not the one who gets it. And as you can see, error right there. Glad it wasn't me who ended up picking it up, making the throw. Who knows? Maybe I would have gotten the throw there in time instead. And there have actually been an increasing number of balls that have been hit my way that have been picked up by the third baseman in the minor leagues, and I'm wondering if that's going to continue into the majors. I didn't know if that was just because third baseman's fielding was really good, or he was quick, or what it might be. All right, we'll see if we get another chance at this again. 2-2 count with 2 outs. Can go to either second or first, depending on which way this ends up going. Oh, right to me. I'm just going to go over to first with it. Gosh, just taking a look at that. Took a lot more time to get over to first than I would have liked. I'm still going to have to keep working on the throwing power and everything. Hasn't been too much of a problem yet. There's only been a few people who've ended up getting to first, but they were obviously ridiculously quick.
Leading off for Washington, shortstop.
All right, top of the 6th now for Ajax Booker. Hopefully I'll be able to get on base again. Kind of get some more steals here, too. Now I'm starting to notice that we're seeing more pitches here be a strike on the first throw. I really do think that a lot of my tendencies carried on to the major leagues. Because I'm sure the computer recognizes that I hold off on the first pitch especially, because I like waiting until the first strike before I start swinging. That way I'm not... Ooh, good changeup.
2 strikes.
Gosh, I'm down in the count early. I mean, this is the one, drawback to it. If the first pitch they throw is a strike, well, you can get down pretty quick. Oh, right through the middle. I saw what he was trying to do. He was trying to go for the 3-pitch strikeout. Well, I countered that one with one that goes through the middle. All right, so I'm going to try and steal second, try and steal third after that. Now here's Bryce Harper coming up to the plate. And this is where I get really excited for what this future is going to be for Ajax Booker, especially on this team. If I get on over to second or third base, Bryce Harper can get me home. Bryce Harper's got one of the best batting averages in the league right now. Oh!
He beat it.
I made it. It was close, but I made it. Now, he ended up going with a quicker delivery. What his traditional one is, probably knowing that I was going to go. I'll have to play around with things a little bit, kind of randomize exactly when I go. All right, so Bryce Harper ends up getting out. Here I go for third. Make that one too. So that's a total of 3 stolen bases this game for Ajax. If I keep this going, man, can you imagine somebody averaging like 3 stolen bases a game? That would just be insane. So many pitch outs at that point or something. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Just kind of holding off, waiting for like a deep hit to tag up or something that'll bring me home. Deep fly ball. Oh, they're still going back. Home run. Nice. All right, so that increases our lead even more. Ajax gets another run here too. And the Nationals are looking pretty good. This offense is going to be just phenomenal. We've got some power with Zimmerman, Worth, Harper. I mean, these guys can definitely hit for power. And then you got Booker, who's speedy. We got a great offense. This is going to be cool. And we've got some good pitchers as well. We get to see what we'll do now with Ajax on here. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm excited. So that's going to make it 4-1 here now in the bottom of the 6th. Going to take a break from the offense here to play some defense. Going over to my left on the run. Make the throw.
He's out.
Another out there for Ajax. Just getting more training points with every single defensive opportunity. I mean, that stuff does help out quite a bit. I'm glad I don't skip over that stuff either. Okay, top of the 7th. This might be my last at-bat of this game. So I got to make the most of it here. Runners on first and second. This could be the first time I get an RBI.
All one's the count.
All right, that one was high for strike 1. It looked like it was going to be close. I elected not to swing because I'm aiming more towards the bottom of the plate. And I knew that if I were to swing at it, it wouldn't do much of anything right now. Gosh, another slider. Doesn't have quite the break as what we saw earlier, but still, the slider for me is a tough one to hit. Sliders and changeups. Those are the toughest pitches for me. All right, again, getting down in the count pretty quick. 0-2. That's going to be popped up. Oh, foul. Gosh, I thought I'd be out right there. All right, we'll try this one again.
Ball.
Whew.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
Good thing I laid off that one. All right, let's do this. Let's produce some more runs. Staying in the same spot. I figure they're going to want to try and go for a ground ball at this point. Hey, I was right.
Out.
But that's going to go ahead and end the top half of that inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the traditional 7th.
All right,
inning
so 7th inning stretch comes and it goes. Now we're here at the bottom of the 7th. Gosh, 65 pitches over 7th. Have we really been pitching that good? All right to me. This shouldn't be a problem at all. Another one for Ajax.
Now batting.
I don't think I've gotten an error yet here since I've been playing MLB this year. All right, Braden Phillips now. Again, we've seen him quite a bit in this game here in the bottom of the 9th. This will probably be, I think, his third appearance with me playing defense, so he's not a fan of me probably right now. Throw over to first in time. And that might be it for me here in this game. The Reds are trying to produce some runs, and it is. Might even be player of the game. 2 for 4, a double, 2 runs, 3 stolen bases. Let's see. Max Scherzer got it. You know what? That's totally fine. You know, I'd rather see my pitchers getting player of the game because I know I'm going to be able to help produce runs. I'm not worried about that at all. I just want my pitchers to be doing their job every single game, make it easier for me, make my runs matter even more. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I'm excited to be at the majors. Feel free to subscribe if you've not already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that great jazz. But you guys are phenomenal people. You really are. Thanks for watching. As always, you guys, I hope you have a good one.